Where does it say my wealth? How much money do I have? Groschen, 315. Yep, that's right. Alrighty, I know where he lives now. Quest tipster. We're gonna go talk to the tipster first. Oi, tipster. It is, it's at the pub. It's you, leaning against the building.
Good day to you.
Good day to you.
Is there anything suspicious going on in these parts?
I'm very
There
short.
is. Around here, you should hear about what Vashek the groom has been up to at the stables. When the head groom told the lads here, they fell off their seats laughing. Oh, and another thing. Just last night, Father Godwin was here, calling fire and brimstone down on old Gertrude, the herb woman. He's not one to make a fuss over some trifle either. Farewell.
Alright, I know where our boy is, so we're gonna go and track him down. What time is it? It is... It does not say. Mysterious ways. Ginger is hiding out in the woods by himself. Some fellow with a limp in Ushitz. So that's just what we're on. Courtship. The Good Thief. Red Attorney. Ruin. And that's just killing the camp leader. Do me a favor. Punch me. We should probably look at sidekicks. Fucking cool. Oh my god. I forgot about the saddlebags. Anyway, player. A main level, I can maybe get something. No. Bug. What is this? In towns and villages and their immediate vicinity, you have +1 bonus on strength, agility, vitality, and speech. Can't be confined with the savage. In the wild. I'm gonna go with first aid. Bloodletter. Greater chance of drawing blood. The more damage your sword, the greater chance of poisoning your opponent when you hit him, even without poison applied to your weapon. If you do have a poison on your damaged weapon, the chances are administering it are increased by half. Interesting. Interesting. Bloodletter. Look at all these actual sword forms. Hunting. Antlers enables you to get antlers from hunted animals or tusks. I'm gonna go with antlers for now. Stealth. Do I have anything? No, I have takedown. Dude, this is super good. 1 point in strength. Gravedigger, Carrying Dead. 40% higher chance of overpowering your opponent in a clinch. You can deplete an opponent's health and stamina by bumping into him at a sprint. Heavier armor is better for that. I'll take that. It's T to wait. Yeah. So we are at 1800 basically. So that is 6 p.m. So we'll probably go up there and then wait in a bush for 4 or 5 hours. What are you doing, puppy? Don't worry about it. Just get in view of his house and then sit there for a few hours. Wait for him to show up and then we'll get him. We're probably gonna end up shooting him with a bow. Nice vineyard you've got here. That marker is distracting me. There. Alright, looks like this is his house. Let's see what all the commotion's about. He's dead.
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here.
That's what you call nothing to see. I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any
The
of
bailiff
that
at
kind of trouble around
Auschwitz?
here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say he had a limp?
I'm like, oh shit, that's the limpy guy.
Allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
A puddle of blood on the floor. Oh no, they pinned him to the wall. And gutted him. Fun.
Sacre.
Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's alright with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
Who is Limpy
Who
Lubosh?
was Limpy Lubosh?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
Why limp?
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
Who can teach me to read?
When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now. And nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
I'm gonna ask. Who could teach me to
I
read?
want to learn to read. Who should I go and see?
There's a retired scribe in Ushitz. He could teach you.
Cool. I'm gonna do that. And then we're gonna end the dialogue. Because I asked all my questions.
Look out!
What's this? Looks like someone's hit him very hard on the head. Could they have bludgeoned him to death and then gutted him? That would explain why he didn't scream. An inscription in blood. It's a pity I don't know how to read. Looks like they wanted to give someone a warning. But who? And a bandit who knows how to write isn't something you see every day.
Yeah, that would be a rare talent.
Lord above, they did a hell of a job on him. Must have been agony. How come no one heard anything?
Maybe it was done out in the woods. And then they tacked him up here, you know? You won't be needing this no more. Nothing?
He's thieving! Hey!
No!
Thief! Thief!
No.
Don't move a finger! Surrender! You've committed a
Doth!
violation.
Stop!
You're under... You were seen stealing. You should have thought twice about what you're doing. That will land you a fat fine.
$60? I've been given a secret task.
Look, I'll tell you the truth, but you mustn't tell anyone. The Lord of Ratai sent me on a secret mission. And to do it, I have to bend the law a little now and again. Understand?
Well, I thought... That is... I had no idea.
You stole an apple because of a secret mission. That was funny.
Hey!
Alright, you hang out. He's stealing from the port. And you're like, fuck off.
Greetings. What do you need?
You do not report me for crimes.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
No.
I don't know how I can help you, but ask if you must.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
You could see at first glance he was no good. I kept well out of his way.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
There wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time. And then yesterday, he turned up at the church and even talked to the parish priest. I never saw him do that before. Probably had a bad conscience.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I don't think he was home. I didn't see him all day.
That's all. Thank you.
We're gonna go talk to the scribe and then the priest.
Take care.
Oh, I guess it just took my helmet off for the cutscene. Weird. Alrighty. Gotta go down like the main drag and then we'll find that scribe. And then it's like, can you teach me how to read? I'm a dumb ignoramus and I don't know how now. For it's the olden times.
Red cabbage, carrots, onions, radishes. Everything you need for a proper soup.
Everything you need for a proper soup. I am the soup seller. I sell soup and ingredients for soup. Hello.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I'd like to learn to read.
I'd like to learn to read.
You? You don't look like the makings of a priest or clerk. But why not? I've taught all sorts. Bear in mind, it won't be all that easy. You'll need plenty of time and a few groschen for my trouble.
Alright. I don't want to waste time. We can get started. The sooner I master it, the better.
Very well. I will require some groschen from you, though, and set aside at least a couple of days so I can put you through your paces, if indeed time is of the essence.
I don't have enough money.
I don't have enough money. I'll come back when I have.
Alright. Because we don't want time to go further because then we'll have trouble with the courtship quest. So we don't want to fuck that one up. Though I'm not 100% convinced that Teresa's where we want to go. If there's other people available, you know. What's her face? The lady of was it Tomberg or was it? It was Rovna, I think. You know, maybe she's an option. I don't know. Father Godwin.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy.
Oh, that's not great voice acting right there. But that's
Did you know
alright.
Lubosh? What was he like?
Bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Did you notice anything
Did you notice
suspicious?
anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
Attorney-client privilege. It's like that's not a
Bound by
thing.
certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son. And one of those is the sanctity of the confession.
Attorney-client privilege. There has to be some exception.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
Don't call me
There
Shirley.
are things that apply.
I am serious.
No matter what the circumstances, and this is one of them.
You can't hurt him now.
But Lubosh is dead. You can't hurt him, but if you don't tell me, more innocent people may die.
If I told you, I would be betraying a vow that's a cornerstone of the Holy Church. If people believed the sanctity of the confessional couldn't be trusted, the consequences would be even worse than that.
Worse than the death of innocent Christians? Worse than the murderer escaping punishment?
No one escapes punishment.
Father, Lubosch was my only lead to the Neuhof raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we talk it over in the evening, in the tavern, over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right. Thank you, Father.
May the Lord watch over you.
Okay. I learned folk songs, apparently.
Got trouble. He can't stand the smell of garlic. Hates mustard.
I don't have it open to me. So probably shouldn't. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Tavern. Tavern's close by, ain't it? Tavern's right here. That's literally right on the other side of the churchyard. Do.
What the hell was that?
The blessings of our Lord be...
And with you, lad. Take a seat.
Pope Urban the Sixth. Hello?
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. But maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I'm from
I'm from
Skalitz.
Skalitz.
Oh. I'm sorry. What about your kin?
All dead.
They're dead.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Here. We'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovna. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
Not Rovna. It was Tomberg.
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanush to send that old grouch Bernard.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujitz, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Neuhof? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
They were raping the horses to death. What?
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me.
Everybody
Not
else is
your
kind
turn,
of
Father.
fit.
You don't
This
look much
guy
like
does
our
not.
parish priest at home. Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business.
To defeat the
About
Huns.
this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if
That's
you do
not
it
how
once,
the Jesus
you'll
works.
forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
You're making excuses.
You're just making excuses. The people who say the church is corrupt are right. You don't care about anyone, only your own comfort.
I'm sorry you see it that way. Really sorry. You've no idea how wrong you are.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujits is in Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something tough,
Mostly about all of the
condemning
gross stuff.
vices. And, of course, describing them in detail. The tongue-lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison, and nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too?
So you're going to
With
become a
such
Lutheran?
money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs, while Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Okay.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.